Launching Local Brands, a nonprofit, is giving aspiring designers in the tri-state a space to create and build careers in fashion. Photojournalist Emily Maxwell got a look inside Sew Valley.
I really think that by offering this service, whether it is teaching others to be able to use industrial machines and come in and make it themselves, or just brands who need to hire on our production side to make their full line for them, means those brands can stick around here and grow their brand without an insanely high buy-in.
Concept in and of itself, I believe, really helps give the design community a sense of, well, community.
And joining me now is our Emily Maxwell and Lucy May, who worked together on this story. Thank you, ladies, for being here.
Thank you.
So is the idea really about building a fashion mecca or a different kind of fashion mecca? Because the city up to the north of us, they like to say that they're the #3 fashion center in the country. So can you compete with that?
I think you can compete if you're looking at what they're trying to do, which is to help these new graduates of DAP, primarily here in UC, build brands. And they're starting up these companies. They really want to do their own thing, but they need a place where they can get samples made, prototypes made, and small batch manufacturing, which is something that you know, L Brands, they're making quantities of thousands, if not millions of garments. These folks need to make maybe 10 or 12, so it's a very different scale business.
Very different scale, very niche, right?
Yes, absolutely. And I think one of the big concepts too for this is really creating a sense of community for designers and to give local designers sort of like their first start. So they're not going to automatically be competing with big companies, but to give them a taste of the business.
And when we talk about this as a larger project, it's kind of almost think tankish, isn't it? I mean, if we're getting people together and they have a place that they can go and there's equipment there that they can use, it really does form a community, doesn't it?
Yeah, it really does. One of the designers I talked to told me that it kind of reminds her of school a little bit, and then you have these creative people, they're all in one space, they can bounce ideas off of each other, and it's got that great energy that they loved in fashion school.
If you were to take a look at the goal now and where they'd like to be in 10 years, what would that be? What would that look like in 10 years?
I think that they're hoping to expand their membership services. With membership, each designer gets their own working space, they get a dress form, and I think they just want to see it grow in that sense so it can self-sustain. It is a nonprofit, and I think they want to get to the place where they don't have to rely on doing fundraisers or getting grants, and that it can sustain on its own.
Yeah.
They're also looking to create good, sustainable, meaningful, skilled jobs for people in the neighborhood where they are. They're located in the West End. They're looking to hire contract sewers right now that they need for this small batch manufacturing, and they hope that down the road they can really train people and help people get jobs that will be meaningful for them.
Really an example of all ships rising with the tide, right? All right, Emily, Lucy, thank you as always for your perspective and for the story, which folks can see on WCPO.com.